Hi, Carl here for Proav TV, and this is our top 5 reasons that our customers end up actually choosing the Blackmagic URSA Mini Pro. Okay, so without a doubt, the reason that most people buy this camera is the image quality. Blackmagic have packed an awful lot into this camera. You get RAW or ProRes 12-bit files at up to 4.6K, and at normal 4K you can do up to 50 frames a second. Now, because Blackmagic make both this camera and DaVinci Resolve, the editing grading software, they've included a full version of Resolve with the camera. And so, particularly with the RAW, the camera and the software work together fantastically to really get the most out of this camera. I love the skin tones and I love the dynamic range from this camera. The pictures really are beautiful. And you've got several options in terms of media as well. You've got CFast 2 cards, SD cards, or an optional back on the module on the back, which gives you SSD slots. The CFast 2 is probably the main recording on here. That will do all of the flavors of RAW and ProRes and everything. The SD cards are sort of more affordable option. For ProRes, you'll be absolutely fine with those, but for RAW, you probably want to be using the CFast cards. And the SSD module on the back is really interesting. That's probably the most affordable way of getting high quality RAW records with long file sizes, because for say a 500GB or a terabyte SSD, it's a lot more affordable than it would be in CFast 2 cards. So Blackmagic give you a lot of options here, which is great to see. So with the URSA Mini Pro, Blackmagic redesigned the original URSA Mini and added some controls here on the side. So quick controls for access all your things, your time code and everything like that. They're all here, which is perfect for when you're shoulder mounted. You need the optional kit from Blackmagic, the shoulder mount kit, in order to be able to do this. You've got the base plate, gives you the extension arm and the top handle. That means that you can add their optional viewfinder, and you can take the side grip off the side of the handle and bring it down here into your hand. And it all works very well. It's balanced, it's reasonably comfortable, and I could see myself being able to operate like this for quite a while. Of course, there's scope for third-party companies to improve this, maybe make it a bit more comfortable, make it a bit more flexible in terms of where you can put the handles, things like that. But the one from Blackmagic works really well, and you do need the one from Blackmagic in order to attach this viewfinder. You need their top handle. So it's probably something that most people are going to end up buying with this camera anyway. But it shows that Blackmagic have definitely thought about using this camera shoulder mounted when they're designing the camera, which is great to see. One of my favourite parts of the camera is this viewfinder. Now, it is an optional accessory, it doesn't come with the camera body as standard, but I really do recommend anyone who's interested in this camera have a look at the viewfinder as well and see if you can stretch to it as well, because it makes such a difference when you're using the camera. Not only is it perfectly suited to this, it's also one of the best viewfinders actually out there on the market right now for the budget. It has a beautiful 1080p OLED display inside it, and it's very sturdily built, and it's got these 3 function buttons at the top. They're assignable buttons, you can set them to whatever you want, but straight out of the box they're set to zoom, display and peaking. I've changed display to toggle my lookup tables so that I can be looking at flat, or then with a press of a button I can look at a more contrasty Rec 709. Flat for checking my exposure, Rec 709 for focusing and operating during the shot. It's really quick, really simple and really easy. I think the viewfinder just makes such a difference to this camera. I'm a big fan of it. The thing I hear most from customers seeing the camera for the first time is definitely the build quality. It's all very strong, very sturdy, it feels very metal. There's absolutely nothing plasticky about the Blackmagic URSA Mini Pro at all. Take the flip out screen, for example. This is the perfect example to me of the difference between this camera and some other ones out there. Often flip out screens can feel a little bit fiddly and delicate. You sort of worry about them while you're filming. This one, you don't worry about at all. In fact, it takes quite a lot of effort to move it. And that gives you the confidence that this is a rigid screen which is gonna last you. I still obviously wouldn't smack it very hard, but because it's something that comes out from the camera, but it definitely gives you a lot more confidence. The weight of the body only is about 2.31 kilos, so it's not the lightest camera in the world, but I think that really doesn't matter. For most people for this camera, it's going to be used on top of a tripod or up on the shoulder, not held out in front of them like smaller mirrorless cameras are. So the weight is a lot less of an issue. I think most people will be very happy with the trade-off of having a slightly heavier camera for a lot better build quality. As with any Blackmagic product, it's hard to ignore talking about the price. This is one of the most expensive cameras that Blackmagic have ever made, but they've still managed to make it a good whack cheaper than most of its competition with similar spec, making this one of the most affordable cinema cameras on the market. Add to that you get a full copy of DaVinci Resolve, which is a hugely powerful editing and grading software. It really is a bargain that's hard to ignore. If you're looking for price versus performance, the URSA Mini Pro's got to be fairly high on your list. So that was our list of reasons that customers end up choosing the Blackmagic URSA Mini Pro. Do you own the camera yourself? If so, are those the reasons that you chose the camera? Let us know in the comment section down below. Or if you're looking at buying this camera, get in touch with our sales team or leave a comment down below and I'll answer any questions you may have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.